'cause he's a mean one. Mr. Grinch, you really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. I think we're just gonna stay with the one verse. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. I'm no Thurl Ravenscroft, who was the singer of the song.
Okay.
All right, I'm putting this away.
If I represent, yo.
I was gonna write you an email, but I'm a little drunk and spelling is a sober person's game. So I feel I owe you a splanation. I'm sorry. A splanation.
And let me try that again. And I wonder who did that. I'm just wondering.
It was me.
Okay, you want to
I
keep
bumped
going,
it.
or do you want to? Do you want to go ahead? Or
Let's keep going.
Okay, welcome back, our fellow agents and hellions and viewers. I am X7, who's a little awesome at the moment. With me, as always, in this wonderful Yuletide season, is the charming, the lovely Lilith Draco.
Hi, welcome back. Please like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment. Let us know if you enjoy the Grinch movie.
As you might have guessed, we are going to be reviewing How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the 1966 version. Correct?
66, 77?
88. Hike! Omaha! The Broncos did win today, and they beat up on the hapless Raiders, so geez. Not as bad as the Vikings beat up on the hapless.
If you lose that badly to the Vikings, then
Well, the
you're
Broncos
having a really bad season.
You know what happened, and I'm not saying that the Vikings didn't deserve the win, because they did. But the Commanders and the Broncos had that game last week, and it was a nail biter right down to overtime, and a blocked double point or 2-point conversion sealed the Bronco win. And I think the Commanders just left everything on that field.
Yeah.
That part of it. Now the Vikings just skunked them. Like they got skunked by Team Pre.
That's right.
Week. So we got off track again. Grinch, 60-something or another. The cartoon, Chuck Jones. The one I grew up with.
Yes.
But before we do that, I believe we have a tarot.
Do we have a beers?
Yeah. I'm drinking a Rogue Santa's Private Reserve Stout, which is
Nice.
gotten less bitter the more I drink it.
That's how it goes.
It does. It's quite. This would taste really good with some tasty other liquid in it that I don't have any of in the house.
Uh-oh.
Which
I don't either.
I'm going to have to go get some while I've got a Christmas bonus.
Nice. I don't have any whiskey either. None, so I didn't pre-grame.
No pre-grain. Well, no wonder jeez, got this bad
So I'm
feeling.
drinking a Revision Brewing Company.
A refrigerant. Ooh, that's cool.
Isn't it?
I like
It's
that.
called Playification.
I can't say the word playa because it makes me sound just too white and nerdy.
This one's at 6%. It's pretty good, actually. It was a. I grabbed it and I thought, oh, I'm going to try this. Because it doesn't even say.
I like the glam rock style can. A
Yeah,
lot.
I do too.
Is it an IPA?
I'm not sure what it is.
At this point, does it matter?
It's a Northeast style hazy IPA.
What? Wait, whoa. These are not pointers. These are a whoa. Hazy, and you said it was pretty good?
As far as hazies go, it's not bad. The one sip I've had, it's not bad.
All right, it's one sip. All right.
Again, no.
I can drink hazy IPAs like they're Coors. I mean, if I wanted to, because there's no bitter, no.
The
after-
IBU is 42.
Yeah, that's my level IBU.
So you'd probably like this. But for a hazy, it's one of the better ones. Not that they're great, but it's
Yeah.
not bad. I mainly got it for the can and because
The can is
a bad
good.
selection. I
There's
couldn't
a
find
lot of-
just a regular.
There's lots of IPAs that have dinosaur themes. It annoys me. Sue. There's two Sues from the same company. It just annoys me. The stouts don't
Yeah.
get dinosaur. Stoutosaurus
Just start
Rex
drinking
is-
IPA. You'll be fine.
Stoutosaurus Rex, is that just not a name ready to go right there?
Yes.
As you know, you have a 14. When do you get a 14% IPA? You don't.
No.
I think the highest one I've ever seen is the beloved,
Yes.
the precious,
Beloved.
precious.
Okay. Should
Literally,
we do tarot?
she turns into Gollum when she sees it. I'm not kidding you. It's not. That is no joke. Okay, tarot. Before we get off into Lord of the Rings nonsense.
My precious. Okay. Our card today is the King of Wands.
Why? Thank you very much. He's got my hairstyle.
He does have your hairstyle, and I really like the crown. I kind of want to make one.
Are you sure that's not overcompensating a little bit
Probably.
for the King of Wands?
For the King of Wands, yes. Okay.
Oh, this might not have been a good idea.
Let me get my light
Oh, I'm gonna pop this open while I'm here.
and my guidebook. King of Wands.
Oh, I usually look too. Where did I? What did I? Oh, there it is. How did it get way over? Both of my cats have disappeared, and I'm wondering if I should go find them and stop them.
Uh-oh. You know they're doing something not good.
Actually, for having Hex for 3 weeks, and Kaida is, I'm not used to that because TJ really ruined me for knowing what cats do. Okay, found the King of Wands. Oh, he is a very handsome fellow too, in my in my book.
Is he?
Yeah,
He's definitely not in mine. He's an old...
he's an old fart.
I like it, though. I love these cards. Okay. King of Wands, upright. You are energetic, action-oriented, optimistic, and strong. You are also friendly and good with words. You are supportive and lenient of others, while independent and needing your own freedom. You are a natural-born leader and extremely capable. King of Wands.
Look who wanted to hear that.
What was that?
Look who's here. Who wanted to hear you?
Oh,
talk.
kitties! Little
This is
stash.
yeah, my little Hex. Phew, you're a stinky kitty.
So tiny. So tiny and cute.
And she's
All
almost
right.
as long. He's almost as long as Kaida already.
Nice. Well, Kaida's tiny. She's a
Yeah.
really small cat. King of Wands, reversed. You might prefer to take the back seat and avoid leadership at work. You might not be proactive and you might not take charge of your finances and relationships. Try to take productive steps towards your goals. You have the ability to realize your dreams.
I like it.
Yeah, not a bad card.
I love it when you draw the wands. But let me rephrase that. I love it when you pull the wand.
There you go.
Yeah, I always think of things, the better thing to say afterward.
After you've already said something.
Well, that was all right too. The first one was okay. The second one was funnier.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's my Grinch? There he is.
So,
So,
I never grew up watching How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I knew about it, and I knew Dr. Seuss, but it just was one that I never watched. So I have actually just recently watched it, like
so
2 days ago.
Yeah,
And so
I'm here.
it is not nostalgic for me.
I'll be interested in hearing your reaction.
So I may not have the good things to say about it that somebody who grew up watching it would.
Well, it was a yearly occasion, and since I'm a year old, I'm technically a year older. I think 66 is, and I'm a year older than it. So I grew up. It's been in my life as long as I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Like Star Wars has been in your life as long as you remember. That's just, that's the way things are. Like Superman has been in our life, both of our lives.
Yes.
For our whole life. But I'll be interested, and I don't ever think someone has to have the same reaction I do but I would have really enjoyed watching it with you for the first, especially if you could have watched it with my sainted mother who loves it, and but it'll just be interesting because of a certain vintage. It's there are things you just accept about those Christmas specials, which were
Right.
We look forward to seeing Rudolph and all of those Puppetoon style ones, and I hated Frosty though. Not gonna lie.
I've never seen that one either.
There's a Calvin and Hobbes where when Calvin brings his snow goons to life and they're trying to figure out how to stop them, and Calvin says, I don't know, how did they kill Frosty in that special? And I'm like, okay, not that I didn't always already like Calvin, but yeah. But they were just, that was the signal when they started showing up and preempting. Tonight's shows are preempted due to special whatever. And you'd see it, the Charlie Brown stuff. I mean, all of it was just a thing because we had 5 channels. Tops.
Right.
So, yeah, we grew up with it, my whole family, and people of my vintage. So I will be very interested, and don't let me talk too much because I want to know what you think of it. If you did like, I hope you like some of it. I mean, come on, Max. It's got a dog in it.
So, I did grow up watching the Charlie Brown Christmas, and so that for me hits probably the way that this movie hits for you. It's just that nostalgia, that Christmas time during, when you were a kid and everything was fun, and so I get that, and I have the movies that I watch, and
Right.
I'd probably have a hard time if somebody says, ooh, I hate that, and me not having, sad feelings. But, yeah, so I did watch some, but, I never watched Rudolph, and I've never seen, I think I've seen Frosty, but, and then the movies.
She's biting me. Well, at least you're biting. I am so marked up from this one. I've given sacrifices all over the place.
Yeah, I've been, she's drawn blood a few times.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so yeah, let's we start out with the basic title card and the song. Not the song yet, but it's Chuck Jones who was at that point in time. I think he'd how. Okay, down you go. I'm gonna have to put that cat dancer back up. Took it down too soon. Well, no. So Chuck Jones did Bugs Bunny's. If you watched Bugs Bunny and Friends on television growing up in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, probably. Those were the general cartoons you saw. He invented, co-created the Roadrunner and the Coyote.
Oh.
Just, yeah, that's him. You can tell he's got a certain style, and this is all you can tell by looking at it. It's complete Chuck Jones. And he and I don't know who. I didn't look to see who produced. It was a Cat in the Hat production. Dr. Seuss, Theodore Geisel, of course, very famous for wanting kids to read fun books instead of see Jane. Jane runs.
Yeah.
Jane runs with Spot. He thought they were boring and decided to make them fun. And wrote and drew Green Eggs and Ham and all that stuff, which were weirdly delicious, wildly weird, and just wonderful. Everyone, you may not know what a sneetch is, but it's in the back of your mind if you've. So, in fact, Agent Tron sent me a Dr. Seuss. Since he's passed, his estate has licensed the name out.
Okay.
And a dinosaur book.
Nice.
So the Grinch, your first time watching it, it's not too preachy, but it has got a point to it. What did you think about? What did you think about just the style, the way it looked?
So I because I've known about this movie my whole life, even though I've never watched it, because you see clips, you hear the songs, and so I didn't have a problem with the drawing. I really liked the animation.
Okay.
It's not like animation today where it's more realistic, like it's actual cartoon, and I like that.
Hand drawn. I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I did appreciate the animation.
Okay. You mind if I mean, did you have an idea that I'd pepper you with questions? Because I'm very interested in this, in your reaction.
Yeah.
So, okay, so there's really like two voices in the entire, three voices if you count Thurl Ravenscroft as the singer. A lot of people thought Boris Karloff was the singer. He wasn't. Thurl Ravenscroft had that lovely bass voice that he did lots of. So
yes.
So the voices, Boris Karloff both narrated it and was the voice of the Grinch, and the only other one was, I think, little Cindy Lou Who.
Right.
That's what I always called Dale's girlfriend.
Nice, Cindy Lou Who, little Cindy Lou Who.
And, she was nearly as tall as me,
right?
Taller than Dale, but. So, you're familiar with Boris, right? Boris Karloff, the second monster of Frankenstein.
Okay.
So he played, that, and that voice is, and he was, everyone just loved him. I mean, I know.
Okay.
So I'm just curious, what do you think of the narrator and the voice that supplied all of that?
I prefer deeper voices in general, and so I really like his voice.
I'll have to remember that. Talk like this, baby.
That's your Hank Hill voice too.
I'll tell you what. Better like that, Grinch.
So can I tell you just,
of course,
my overall feeling about the movie?
Yeah.
So I didn't like it. There's aspects of it that I did like. Overall, I didn't like it because I understand he's the Grinch. He's got a small heart. They do whatever. They start singing, and even when there's no Christmas decorations, and his heart grows 2 sizes. I didn't see that in the movie. I know that's the story. What I saw is this problem creature, not evil, but not a nice creature, steals Christmas, and then becomes the hero by giving it back. Not that he went and saved Christmas from someone else and his heart grew. He caused the problem, and then he became the savior of Christmas. And so that's why I didn't like it. You can't create the problem and then be the solution and be praised for it.
Well, so yeah, I mean he hated all the noise and everything, and he was obviously the being's he's unhappy. Whatever a Grinch is an unhappy. But he did go and try to ruin it. But the whole point was it wasn't about the gifts. It wasn't about the food. It was about the spirit of the season, because it was the 60s and television. So
Right.
they don't
Right.
say it, but there is a shining star at the end that goes up into the. So the obvious Christian implications are there, but you don't have to look at it. But he, when he realized that even though he tried to take it away, he wasn't. He was just returning what he stole. I mean, I don't think that's the solving of it. I think that's just he.
I know, but that's
it. I know it looks that way, doesn't it? I never thought
that. That's what I took from it. Is they're praising him for bringing it back, but he took it like I don't like a character really that. I mean, and it's a short period, and I know things like that in life could happen where something turns your attitude around, but I just didn't like the fact that he stole Christmas and then gave it back and they praised him.
Well, I think they were happy to have their food back at least, but I'd be more upset about that, at least in this age. But it's a yeah. I mean, I've never in my whole life that I've watched that, it's never something that I've ever thought of, and I don't think
Right.
But it's just you didn't grow up with it. You haven't, and there have been discussions. Kids the next day, because the first time you watch it, you're probably I might have been a year old or 2 years old. You don't understand what's going on, and the Grinch was scary at first for me.
Yeah.
But it's essentially the same story as Scrooge, minus the three ghosts visiting him, of a Christmas Carol.
Yes.
I don't know who Carol is, but her Christmas is nice. So, it's just condensed. I mean, the book is, thin. Did you see the Jim Carrey movie?
I didn't.
Yeah, I haven't either, because it just looked
I-
overbeaten to me.
Jim Carrey is a iffy actor for me. Like, there's some things that I like, but most of his movies I don't like.
Yeah.
And so it's really hit or miss.
Yeah, so I was just curious. And then there was I think one a couple of years ago. They mentioned it in Big Bang because Sheldon got Amy tickets for it.
Yes.
DreamWorks or one of the CGI ones, but I didn't see that either because
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine stretching out a 15 or 20 page book. They had to pad it for the movie, which is why you got the scenes with Max, the dog, being a dog. And you think about it, the Grinch has a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, and the dog's obviously cared for, and he obviously likes Max, even though he kind of gives the side eye to him. And
Well, see, that's another thing. I didn't like the way he treated his dog. He did not treat that dog well. And
well, he did kind of, yeah. I mean,
he
Max,
yelled at it and
Max
forced
did,
it. Like, I did not like the way he treated the dog.
So when we watched it, and I discussed this with my coworker at my other assignment, where he puts the antler on the head and Max's whole body just tips. I mean, his head doesn't go down, but the whole body fulcrums up. That always got big laughs from us. He jumps up, and he's the one who has the Santa. I mean, but Max is just this happy dog, and tries to do his best to help the Grinch, who is obviously oblivious, which some people should not own pets or
Right.
any more than they should have kids.
Mm-hmm.
But I think again at the end when his heart grows and Max gets served first. I mean, even little Cindy Lou Who's pink right there. And that dog is strong enough to pull that sleigh with all those presents on it. So maybe that came across the Grinch's mind, like, we shouldn't mess with that dog. So.
Well, and
I mean,
I liked the dog. It wasn't that I didn't like the dog. I just didn't like how the Grinch treated the dog.
Right.
Like,
Well,
he's
yeah,
trying to
you're
be
not-
a good boy, doing what the Grinch tells him, and the Grinch just keeps getting mad at him because he's not doing it right or fast enough
and he's
and
doing
so
it
I just-
utterly not right. That's
so
where
yes, I did like the dog, but the treatment.
right, and you're not supposed to like the Grinch for like 7/8 of the movie, or yeah, 7/8 of the movie.
Well, I didn't even like him in the end.
But there is a Halloween is Grinch Night special, which you might find interesting, and I think I found it to download it at the Internet Archive, which might be something next Halloween we look at, because
Yes.
he's far more inclined, and that scared me even, and that was like 10 years later, and I was much older and should have not been scared. And it's spooky, or I remember it being spooky, but. And there's also the Grinch is the Cat in the Hat. So they, once it became an annual thing, they decided to try to milk it a little more. And
Yeah.
that dilutes characters, but I think the Halloween one you might be closer up to your alley, because he's definitely Halloween oriented far more than Christmas. So I'll be interested. I'm going to watch that again at some point. And I've got it in my favorites at the Internet Archive, which you can download for free, and that's where I get screen grabs. So yeah, I mean that's it's fascinating. And I'm not going to try to change your mind, because that's.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up with it. It's amazing, and I've said that about the movies that I love. Is if you see them at a certain age, like I think the ideal age is like between 7,
Yes.
12 is just the best way, because you're not super critical, but you'll know if something you really like it.
Yep.
And we grew up with it. I mean, I saw Star Wars 1977. I was 12, and there was nothing else like that.
Yeah.
Ever. I mean, that I'd seen in my life, but even by 1980, when Empire came out, I was like, this. I was more critical. I was older.
Right. You were older, and yep.
Why are they standing around in space without suits on an asteroid, inside a
Yeah.
bug, inside a worm's body? That doesn't make any sense. You can't apply that logic always, but I mean, at some point when you're super, I was about to say super nerdy, but that couldn't possibly be true. Your humble agent is not a super nerd; he's the king of nerds.
There you go.
But you have to pull that back again if you're gonna.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very, very. I'll be interested if because Mom loves this. Mom loves Rudolph, Charlie Brown. I think those are the specials. All of the Puppetoon ones where they jerk about and are sort of stop motion, but not really, because they're replacement animation.
So, what we should review, and this is the absolute 100% best Christmas short or whatever, is the holiday special with He-Man.
Oh God, I thought you were going to say Star Wars.
No, the He-Man special
He-Man
is
and
worse than
She-Ra.
the Star Wars special.
The He-Man and She-Ra special, isn't it both of them?
Yeah, and then they have all the other characters in there, and it's really bad.
Yeah, I've heard that, and at the Internet Archive, I think it's in there. And I was never He-Man was just beyond my demographic. It was obviously a bunch of toys, and he ripped off my toy.
Right.
So, but and he was, obviously not the first gay superhero on television. He was not. I mean, he didn't say it, but Prince Adam.
Yeah.
But I would be interested in watching that. I didn't even think of that.
Oh.
No, and
yeah.
I've never seen it. I saw the series. I'd watched the series because nothing else was on, I suppose. But I'd be interested in watching that. I mean, we could do
It's
that.
so bad. And I loved He-Man and She-Ra growing up. I preferred She-Ra, but I had He-Man toys.
She must have been 6 feet tall, and But I mean, She-Ra was the spin-off, and I don't think I saw many of her episodes, if any.
Yeah, I watched it.
I did watch Voltron, but yeah, I mean, so that's good. We'll do that. We'll plan that for some. We could do that this year still. I
Yeah.
think. You don't have that special on disc, do you?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
Did you put it on the disc?
No.
Oh.
I wouldn't even.
That's a gem. That's gem, not She-Ra. I don't. I would have to find it.
She-Ra's
'Cause I don't know where it's
I can
playing.
if I can find it on the Internet Archive, you can watch it for free there. You can download it and watch it at your convenience. That's where you get screen grabs. But if I have to endure it, I'm going to review it too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But thank you for not saying the Star Wars Holiday Special.
You're welcome. Though
I watched
in later years we probably should.
Oh yeah, I watched that in real. Yeah, well, as popular as a certain Goram special, or when we talked about Captain Tight Pants, that probably would be pretty popular too. Especially, but it'd probably be better if we watched it awesome. So
Oh yes.
I
Oh
watched
yes.
the damn thing in real life in 1978. It's got Maude in it. Well, I think we can wrap this one up because The Grinch, I love it. Lilith didn't, and that's okay. But Max really ruled. So, and he got served first with the roast beast. So, our fellow agents, our fellow Hellions, our wonderful viewers, we hope you've watched this far to hear about The Grinch. We've talked even longer than the special was. But
Yes.
I am X7 with me, my wonderful co-host, always
Lilith Draco. Oh.
and my interrupting co-host. You want to go now?
Let's start over.
No, we keep going. My wonderful co-host Lilith Draco is Lilith.
Bye.
We'll
Huh?
be seeing you.
Live long and prosper.
I got beer.
I got bottled breast milk.
Why don't we start with the beer?
Okay.
So you like the beer?
I do. Although it's actually a lager.
Huh. What's the difference between beer and lager?
I don't know. We could look it up.